Hey, what's up guys? It's Danny, and today we are going to be doing a review of my Goruck Backpack. I've had this bag, which is the GR1, for 8 years. We're gonna talk about the price, we're gonna talk about the value, we're gonna be talking about who it's for and who it's not, we're gonna be talking about the pros and some of the cons. Stay tuned, it's gonna be awesome. So this is the GR1. For those of you that know, those are 4 bolts. You have to ask me what those are in the description. I got the 4 bolts. This is the GR1, and like I said, I've had it for 8 years. I have used it as my daily bag for 5 of those 8 years. In the last 3, I switched to something a little different, and I use it for fitness, meaning rucking, which is just carrying heavy weight. Kind of like going on a hike, but for a purpose. And the number one question I've read on different blogs and different reviews are, is it worth it? This is a $300 bag. Yeah, let that sink in. $300 for this is just a black backpack with 1 outside pocket, some MOLLE. It's got 2 inside pockets, which are this one here, and then this net here. And then there's also a sleeve on the inside. I don't know if you can see that. And then there is a laptop sleeve over here. You put your laptop in the back. $300. Man, that is a lot of money. And I totally agree. $300 is a lot of money to spend on a bag. What I've done, and when I was a younger man, I'm 40, and when I was younger, I wanted to buy nice stuff, and I thought, well, it will be worth it because I'll use it for a really long time. Well, I didn't know if that was true or not, but I was just kind of guessing. Well, as I've bought nice stuff and I've used it for a really long time, what I realized is that if you will do a daily cost analysis on what you're spending and how long you expect to use something, you can break down whether it's a good value or not. For instance, this bag cost me, I think I actually paid $350 for it. That was 8 years ago. If you divide the number of days since I bought it times the price, I have spent 10 cents a day to own this backpack. 10 cents a day. Is that expensive? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. In contrast, 2 years ago, I wanted a camouflage bag to go hunting with. A little bit bigger than this GR1, fit some clothes, a survival kit, some other hunting accessories. And I went to a local Army surplus place and I spent about $50. I used that bag for 2 seasons, which realistically is about 10 days of being on my back, and it broke. After 10 days of use, zipper broke, the lining started to come apart, some of the threads started to come out. So 10 days divided by 50, or 50 divided by 10, $5 a day to use that bag. This bag at $300 or $350 was way more economically efficient. It's a much better value than that $50 bag. Now, not everything needs to be like that you spend a ton of money and use it for 8 years. I know some people really like to buy things and then 2 years later get a new one, get the newest one. That's okay, don't spend a lot of money. But if you're someone that wants to invest in something like the GR1, hey, go for it. I think it's totally worth it. 10 cents a day. So in my opinion, it's worth it, but you gotta be willing to use it for 8 years. The cool thing with this is, unless I lose it or it gets stolen, I'll give it to my grandkids. I will have this bag forever. I've been through 5 different Goruck events, as well as some other hiking and backpacking stuff with this, and it's got some nicks on it. There's some little scars, but I've never had to send it back. I've never had a zipper fail. If you can put the weight inside the bag, it will carry it. I have no doubt whatsoever this bag is going to function. So for me, the cost is worth it. There's value there. The second thing is, who is this bag for? I'm a fireman, and I usually take a change of clothes to work, so I'll have a change of clothes, maybe a uniform. I need my dope kit with my toothbrush. It fits. I carry a laptop, and that was kind of my daily loadout, if you will, and it was very functional for that. And like I said, 5 years, every day. I started to get change my what I did at work, a little more paperwork, a little more administrative things, and so I switched to a briefcase style bag, but this has been really good. If you're someone who's just going to go to the office and you're never going to take it out on an event or take it anywhere else, this might not be the best use of your $300. You could probably find something maybe more tailored to that. But for me, for my use, this has been good. So if you're going to use it every day for 5 years, in addition to that, you want to use it for other things. And the other things that I used it for were travel. To me, this is a perfect 2-day bag. It's going to have a pair of jeans, 2 pairs of underwear, 2 pairs of socks, 2 t-shirts, and a button up and a pair of shoes, and your toothbrush, toothpaste, stuff like that. Perfect. 3 days, it's a little small. 4 days, it's not a 4-day bag. The other time I use this is when I'm traveling extended distances, and I use this as my carry-on. I've got 3 kids, and I'm always carrying some of their stuff in my hand, so I don't want to have a rolling bag that I have to carry in addition to my kids' stuff. So I can throw this on my back. It holds a neck pillow. It holds a couple iPads for the kids. It's a good carry-on bag, very effective. The other thing I use this for is for fitness. I use it currently, last 3 years, is I go on a ruck, and if you're not familiar with a ruck, is just carrying heavy weight and moving. So it's like a hike with a purpose, more usually for fitness. What I use currently is this bag with this 25-pound plate shoved in the back in one of those sleeves, and this provides a really good workout. In fact, I would encourage you, if you're a walker and you want to get a better bang for your buck as far as minutes spent working, you're going to go for a walk, get a backpack, put some weight in it, and it really increases the benefit of that walk. It strengthens your core, strengthens your back, and if you're going to spend 30 minutes anyways, you might as well make it a little bit more difficult and get a lot more benefit out of it. So those are my uses. If I was just going to college classes every day, and I was in college, I don't know if I need a $300 bag. But again, figure out what you're going to use it for. Figure out if you can dedicate the next 10 years to owning a bag, then $300 is no big deal. Going to the price, Goruck does have a large line of backpacks now. It used to be you could get the GR1. That was the bag. When I bought this, I don't think they sold anything else, just the GR1. Then they went to the GR2, now there's the Rucker, there was the Bullet, there's a bunch of other stuff. They've expanded immensely. The other thing they've done is they've split their production. They have Made in America. This was a Made in America GR1. They have some that aren't, and they have some of their lighter weight, single-purpose bags like the Rucker, which is designed just for rucking. It's got a hip belt, which is definitely a benefit, and it's cheaper, and it's not made in America, or at least as of last time I looked, it's not. They change things a lot at Goruck. They also have clothes and things like that, but this bag is good. Now, some of the negatives of this bag. I mentioned the hip belt. It does not have a hip belt, and if I put more than 25 to 30 pounds, after 2, 3, 4 hours, you feel it in your neck, in your shoulders, because you can't get that weight off your hips. I really do miss a hip belt if I'm carrying either more weight. I use this 40-pound sandbag, and it gets me. So I wish it had a hip belt. You can buy one, though. You can now buy one, so you can make it better. It doesn't have a sternum strap, so it feels like it pulls my shoulder back, but I got one. I had one, took one off another bag, and I pull it in, and it's better. The other thing, when you're obviously out working and rucking, is hydration. It does have a hydration tube where you can put a bladder in the tube, or a hole for the tube to go through. I don't like that very much. I like a water bottle. I use a Hydro Flask. This is my Hydro Flask, and I really wish I had a side pocket. Again, I'm sure you can buy that, but it doesn't come with it, and it's $300. So not perfect. Some of the other issues are when you put a plate in the bag, it kind of it sits low, and if you ever carry anything heavy, the higher up is better. So what I've done is I took a yoga block and I cut it out into this little L shape, and I shove this in here, and then I put the pad, and it kind of lifts it up a little bit. It also gives me some padding so my back's not riding up against up the metal weight. It's a bonus. It's not something you have to have, but it makes it a little bit nicer. The other issue, sometimes, depending on what kind of weight you have, the backpack can kind of fold under, kind of like it folds this way a little bit and kind of rubs your back. I don't know if that's a design flaw or just carrying heavy weight is hard, but that is another negative. Overall, though, I can live with all that stuff. I've really enjoyed this bag. I think if you're willing to dedicate a significant amount of time, man, go buy it. Go buy an American-made product, or just go buy a good product that's gonna last. That being said, if you like good products, you like things that are gonna last, Goruck also sells sandbags. So I ruck with this, I lift this, I do Turkish get-ups with this, and I've done a review of this 40-pounder and the 60-pounder. Check it out, and I will see you guys later.